I've been thinking about it, mate. We're about to have the first interest rate rise in 12 years. Most of the real estate agents I know have been working in real estate for less than 12 years. So really, we have a bunch of real estate agents that have worked in an environment that has only been conducive to have the market help them say, now's a good time to buy. Rates are low, rates have gone down. So I've got to say, the thing that makes Matt different is that we work roughly the same years, Matt. You're 33 years in real estate. And during that time, you've also worked in those early 90s, right? Late 80s, early 90s, where we're talking about interest rates at 18%. We're talking about working through the GFC. We're talking about working through the Banking Royal Commission. We're talking about a guy that has probably worked with more million-dollar agents than anyone else that I know in Australia, New Zealand. Mate, as you know, he was an integral part of McGrath's. He then went off and set up and became CEO of the agency group, which I think they're 5 years old. Super fast growing group. Matt, you've done an incredible job there.
Thanks, Tom.
But Matt, you must right now, man, people are, there's some agents that are saying, bring it on, but there's a lot of agents that are saying, hey, man, what's going on here? Matty, I want to ask you, in this market, like, firstly, you've got a great helicopter view. The market's changed, hasn't it? It has changed,
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's changed about it, Matt?
Well, Tommy, the first thing we want to give the team listening here today is some tools to walk away with, right? So it's not just a fluff conversation. Let's get right into it and let's get real, right? Because there's going to be some people who will make it in the next 12 months. And as you said, some people will be going, yip, yah, bring it on. And others, and we don't want it, we want everyone to be able to make it, right? That's the whole idea of what you do. And it's the whole idea how I lead and coach our team. So it's not about some making it and some not. So what can we do? Look, I think the smart real estate people that have been doing this even for 5 years or so, if you've learned the market, we always knew it was coming. So that's a fair call, right? It was just about not wanting it to come, right? But we always knew it was coming. So at the end of the day, I think the really smart leaders started working on this a year ago, not now. And I think if you're working on anything right now, you're probably 3 months too late. So I think the market change, it probably peaked. And I'm talking some all over the country now, but I was in Perth a couple of weeks ago, so it probably hasn't peaked there yet. But I think it peaked for, let's say, the East Coast parts of it in terms of just Sydney and Melbourne, probably, or like earlier this year around, Jan, somewhere there, sort of, maybe even some would say it was Christmas. So the market's changed, right? So we were in a different market now. What does that mean, though, Tom? I mean, it just means that we can call it, you and I might refer to it as a normal market where you've got enough buyers for enough sellers, yeah? My view on this is how I'm going to be coaching my team through this next 12 months is I think it's an exciting time to pick up the phone. So some agents run from the fire. The best agents run into the fire. What's running into the fire with an interest rate conversation? First thing, just pick up the phone and say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, have you heard about the interest rates? Let me coach you through it. Right? Now, most agents won't do that. They'll avoid or hope that nobody's going to bring it up, right? So I'm coaching all my team to run to the conversation. So use it as a call to action. Let's call it that for a minute. So, Tom, it's Matt Lahood here. I just wanted to just ask you, obviously, have you been hearing about the interest rates? And you're going to say, yes, I have.
You're talking to people now, you're talking, Matty, you're talking to the cohort of people that are on your database that are thinking of selling. That are thinking of selling.
Pipeline sellers, new listing presentations, anyone that's doing something, and we'll get to the buyers in a minute, right? So Tommy, I just wanted to let you know what happens when the interest rates start to go up so we're clear. So we've got buyers that are currently approved right now on they've got the current buying power, which might be current market value now. When the interest rates start going up, their buying power is going to decrease. So what I need you to know, if you want to
stop there. That's by the way, every time there's a short nugget, it's stop there. Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, at the moment, we know that they've got current borrowing power to current market value, right?
Correct.
Essentially what we're saying is they can pay good money right now, but their borrowing power is about to get less, which means their market value will be less.
Correct. So look, if you're ready to go, I'm going to suggest we get the skates on. Let's hit the market right now with the current pool of buyers that are approved on their current rate right now, because we know. So that might be something that the vendors might be panicking. They might be thinking, oh, let's wait, because we might be buying. Now, when we're having the conversation with our buyers, what are we saying to them, Tommy? We're saying, look, do you realise your borrowing power is going to get re-rated in the next 3 months? So I'm going to suggest right now, let's get you something. I know you've been looking and looking and looking. So I'm going to ask you the question, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer. Are you interested in looking at the properties, or you're interested in buying one? Because if you're interested in buying one,
gang. Re-rated in the next 3 months. Your borrowing power is going to be re-rated in the next 3 months. Keep going, Matt.
Just going to say, Tom, so if you're interested in property, I'll keep you informed with my monthly newsletter or whatever you do. But if you're interested in getting in and owning property, I'm picking you up on Monday, and we're going to go around the 10 listings or 15 or whatever, and we're going to get you into one right now, because I'm nervous your borrowing capacity, if the interest rates go up, and we don't know, but we're assuming they are, and there's enough talk around it, right? And when the talk comes, buyers in their mind already have knocked 5% off the value before they walk out. So they're thinking they're going to buy 5% less. Now, if they get a 5% re-rating on their borrowing capacity, they're going to be making offers 10% less, Tom. So we're going to be having this conversation with the vendors right now, what's going to be happening in the next 90 days. So if we have these conversations, I'm also coach my team as well around two-speed pricing. So what I want my team to do is I want my team to walk to an owner and say, look, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, today, right now, if you list your property, 90 days ago, here's the sales. But I'm going to give you two prices. I think today, Tom, I could get you 1.1 million or thereabouts. In another 6 weeks, in another 6 months, if we wait, we could be talking 10% less. I'm not sure, but I want to give you two prices.
Again, stop, another gem. I'm going to give you two prices. I'm going to give you what I think we're at now, and I'm just going to forecast on what it might be in this time. Because, mate, people will do anything to avoid pain, Matt. That is probably going to fast track them onto the market.
Correct, Tommy. So I call it a two-speed pricing is what I'm coaching my team. Let's give them a two-speed pricing. One at this speed right now, the market's going at, and one in 3 to 6 months. Because the reason I'm doing that is I'm avoiding my agents having to have a hard conversation in 4 months, which is what they're going to have. Election, potential change of government. I don't know, either way. I think we all know, and I've been through, talk about all that other stuff, and thanks for your intro before, but all the other stuff I've lived through has changed, probably 6 government changes in my whole real estate career, and it's made zero difference to the outcome of real estate. So, I mean, just team, for any new people that have been in the industry or any ones that have been there before the last election, it's totally irrelevant, Tom. You'd have to agree on that.
So whether Albo wins or whether Scott Morrison wins, at the end of the day, the real estate will stay the same.
Well, there's going to be people, unfortunately passing away, people having kids, people splitting up, people doing this, doing that, and people investing. And that's not going to change whether it's Liberal, Labor or the Greens. You and I both agree on that. I haven't seen it change in 33 years. So unless I've missed something, it'll give us 1 week of just distraction, I'll call it, like the GFC, like, 9/11, like COVID, like it's all these things that you live through. And when you come out the other side, they're just irrelevant at the end of the day.
Matty, and that's exciting because I think a lot of people are getting mentally, psychologically devastated when they equate real estate pricing with their real estate livelihood, because nearly no buyer, Matty. I look at my own life. Every time I bought real estate, it's for lifestyle reasons. I'm not doing it to make a buck. Mate, I bought in Byron Bay because I want to enjoy Byron Bay. I came to Haberfield because of the school, right? I moved from a 2-bedroom home because we needed more space. You nearly always make a move for lifestyle purposes in real estate.
Well, that's exactly right, Tommy. The other thing is like at the end of the day, an election's not going to stop someone making a life decision, is it? Right? No. So I said to my team the other day, let's look at the election like a long weekend. That's all it is. So people are saying, I don't want auction election day. Okay, let's treat it like the Queen's birthday in June. We just got a long weekend in May. We've got another long weekend in June. Just ignore it. That's what it is. It's going to come. And on Monday, it'll be off the headline. Tuesday, let's give it to Tuesday, the day after the election. It'll be not front page news anymore. Correct?
Now, 100%. Now, Matty, can I ask you, to help your people stay relevant in the changing market, you're saying run to the fire, don't run away from the fire, right?
Correct.
Confront it. Use this to your advantage to fast track sellers onto the market. Use it to your advantage to get buyers to commit because they've got a better borrowing capacity now. I'm ramping up. I've got to tell you, I was in Hobart, I was in Perth, I was in Brisbane. I'm not stopping. And I had someone say to me, Tom, isn't the smart thing like let this pass out? First time you can travel in 2 years, just go to Mykonos in Greece for 3-4 months. I said, mate, that's the last thing you do. You do what you said. You triple down on everything now. Now's the time.
Yep.
Triple down vendor management. Triple down vendor management. Make sure your listing presentation.
Marketing. Ramp up your social media. Ramp up your personal marketing. Ramp up because people will cut costs because they think, oh, I'm not going to get. That's the way to ramp it up because what's going to happen, the vendors, Tom, I remember this explicitly. In every market drop, they're looking for
It's given you a test drive of Real Estate Gym. Let me tell you, if you're a subscriber and a member of the gym, you'll be getting videos from our co-coaches all the time. You'll be getting mentors, you'll be getting scripts, you'll be getting dialogues, you'll be getting templates, and most importantly, My Prospector, your personal accountability system to make more calls, get more appointments, get more listings. From around $10 per week, realestategym.com.au, your personal coach.